Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Friday. Here with your weekend edition Twin Flame Energy Check-in. I just wanted to first thank all of you, all of my viewers and subscribers for your likes, your subscribes, for following me on Instagram, for all the wonderful comments that you guys post. Thank you all so very much. Thank you for your donations as well to my channel. For those of you who have already taken advantage of my limited services, thank you so much for booking. I probably sold about 50% of the new services that I'm offering for a limited time. And just as a reminder, for those of you who don't know, I'm offering three different services for a limited time. And the first service is a coaching and extended reading. So we'll do a twin flame extended reading for your connection with your twin. We'll look at how you guys are viewing each other. We'll look at what the current connective energies are. And then we will look at the blocks and the challenges on the connection. Or that are applying to the connection at that time, and then also possible future energies. Once we finish the reading, we're going to go into a coaching session so we can talk about things that you can do, the work that you can do to help remove those blocks and move your connection forward. That's the first special limited service that I'm offering. That's a long session, it's 75 minutes, and it takes a lot of energy, so I'm not offering a lot of those coaching sessions. I have put a quantity that I am willing to do and sell. So if you're interested in that, take advantage of it now, because I'm not going to offer it again in the future, because it is a 75-minute session. The next reading, there's two that I'm offering. One is for the masculine, one is for the feminine, and it's about the journey. It's if you want to better understand your journey, or your masculine or your feminine's journey. What we'll do is we'll take a look at where you were or where your twin was before you met. And then what the lesson was that you were learning before you met your twin, okay? Or when your twin met you. So I'm doing it in two different ways. I'm doing the divine masculine's journey and the divine feminine's journey. So for example, if you are a feminine wanting to know about your masculine, you would book the masculine journey, and it's all about, where he was before he met you, what he was learning, where he is now, and what he is learning today, and what is coming in the future as part of your connection with him. And so if you are a masculine wanting to know about your feminine's journey, that's the same. So the other added benefit of this reading is if you want to understand more about your own journey and what you are learning, then you could book one of those readings as well. And so here, my channel is about helping you. It's about empowering you, and it's about you to really understand what this journey is about, and what needs to be healed, and what work needs to be done, so that you don't stay stuck. If you are, resonating with my readings, you'll see that the feminine and the masculine have evolved so much. They have worked very, very hard on their connection, and you're going to see that today. You're going to see it today. We've got some great energies here. There's still some cycling out that needs to occur, but there will be movement go forward. And so at any rate, if you're interested in those readings or those sessions with me, go to queenoflight1111.com, okay? And I'm happy to work with you on any one of those three services that I just added. If you scroll to the bottom of the page of my website, you will see them there under the limited services section. And then if you're interested in any of the services that I offer now, just on a regular basis, those are there as well. Okay, so thank you all again for your support, for your kindness, for your donations, for your business. Thank you, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you that resonates. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We've got a lot of fire energy today, a lot of fire energy. And this to me is about the root chakra. Okay, this is very much about the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. The masculine is identifying himself as the King of Wands today again. The feminine is identifying herself as the Queen of Wands and the Empress. She's very much in her power. We have messages from the universe on their connection. We have more fire energy around determination. We have that in the Ganesha cards. And then the bottom of the deck for the Blessed Bee is, again, it's about a blessing of fire. So there is a lot happening here around taking action. Action now is necessary. If you watched my reading on Wednesday, you will see that when I checked where they were for their Akashic records, it is time now. They got the Sands of Time card where the masculine's rolling up his sleeves and he knows it is time to take action towards his feminine. And so this is very much showing that the action, the fire has been lit. He's showing up as the King of Wands. Do you see how his throne is on fire? That is in his headspace. He is thinking about this connection. He is thinking about what he needs to do. He is thinking about what he's done, and he's ready. We have the Eight of Wands again for him, okay? So there is a lot around fire energy, root chakra energy. So let's go ahead and get started with the reading. The bottom of the deck for our Divine Masculine's overall energy, and I'm not going to reach out. I used 13 decks today. The amount of dupes is again uncanny, and that is why I continue to use so many decks, because I'm analytical. I want to make sure that the messages are the messages. So call me not only the Queen of Light, but the Queen of Clarifiers, because I want to make sure that I have the right story for you guys. So I will tell you, hard work. They've worked hard. Eight of Pentacles is here so many times. And mostly on the feminine side, because she's worked really hard and it's showing. So the bottom of the deck for our Divine Masculine's overall energy in the day-to-day is the Judgment card. Okay, the Judgment card is all about rebirth. It's about renewal. It's about evaluation. It's about second chances. Okay, his head, heart, and what does he want in the 3D. His bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man. So he's going through an awakening period. He's going through learning. Also the connection. It's a card of suspension, because if you look at this card, he's hanging from his feet down. His head is facing the ground, and his head is enlightened. He is awakening. He's awakening. He's already been awake towards this connection. But now his next lesson is that now he needs to take action, okay? So his head, heart, and 3D space is he's learning. He's thinking about how to take action. In his clarifiers, he has the Star. The Star is about hope. The Star is about renewal. The Star is about being guided, okay? So he's definitely being guided by the universe through this period of awakening, through this period of further ascension, to give him direction on what it is that he needs to do, okay? The bottom of the deck for our Divine Feminine is the Devil's energy, okay? It's fire as well, right? So remember, she came up as the Queen of Wands. She's a little fiery. She's in the Devil's energy. So the Devil's energy is very 3D based, okay? It's very 3D based. It's about sometimes materialism, sometimes about ego, physical pleasures. But it is also a card of feeling a little stuck, okay? So her overall energy, the bottom of the deck, is the Eight of Pentacles. She's worked very hard. She's focusing on her money. She's focusing on the material world. That's why her head, heart, and 3D space has the Devil's energy. It's because she's working on herself, right? Through this separation, they're in separation at this time. So she's already in her power. She has ascended. She's executing her mission. And so you know what? She's like, I'm going to focus on the 3D stuff right now. I'm going to focus on my career. I'm going to focus on my mission. I'm going to focus on my money. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to work hard on my self-mastery, okay? Not only of the 5D, but of the 3D, okay? So then her clarifiers is the Chariot. She's balancing out that light within herself with the darkness so that she can be prepared to move forward. There is a great desire to complete cycles in this connection right now and move things forward. So her clarifiers are all about what she's doing as she's trying to balance out the light and the dark to move things forward, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Now, first card out for our divine masculine. Remember, he is in the judgment energy, in the energy of evaluation, in the energy of rebirth, okay? Second chances. He wants to call things back to life while he has evaluated. Page of Swords, Page of Swords. Swords energy is all about thinking, thoughts, communication. Pages are about communication. So he's very much has been in a period of reflection, in observation, observing himself, observing the situation, observing his feminine. So that makes sense, right? Bottom of the deck for his overall energy is judgment. It's evaluation. He's evaluating himself, his connection, what he's done, what's going on with them, and observing. He's observing. So this also could be he may be watching you on social media, or maybe not, or maybe he's going over the text messages that you guys have exchanged. Or any messages or anything like that. But this is definitely about research, about observation of the connection. So he's very much researching and observing the connection. I know it's the connection because this is the Lover's card that came out right after the Page of Swords. So if you look at this, how he's even facing, this is how it came out. He is observing his connection. He is observing himself. He is observing her. He is observing what's happened in their connection. So when you look at the cards that way, he's watching what he's doing, what he's done, what she did, what she's doing, okay? So there is this period of observation. And so I said, all right, what did he observe about this connection? Tower, that the connection has crumbled. He's had a realization. When you have the Tower, when the old foundation crumbles, there's this further awakening and realization. And remember, he's in the Hanged Man's energy in his head, heart, and what he wants. So what did he realize? Ace of Pentacles, that he wants a new beginning. So in this observation of this connection that has crumbled, he has realized he wants a new beginning and union, okay? Reunion, Six of Cups. Six of Cups is about nostalgia as well. Six of Cups is about the thoughts of the past. Six of Cups is, reunion, like thoughts of the past, nostalgia. And so I said, okay, what's the Six of Cups about? Ten of Swords. It's that he really feels like this connection is over. So we have the Ten of Swords and the Tower. And so he's looked at what he's done, what's happened, and that this realization has led him to believe that he wants this new beginning. He's being nostalgic about this past, about whether or not reunion can happen. He doesn't feel like it can because it's the Ten of Swords. It was a painful ending in this connection. I said, all right, what happens after the Ten of Swords? The Fool. He wants a new beginning. He wants to take a leap of faith towards a new beginning. Ace of Pentacles matches the Ace of Pentacles in his clarifier for the Lovers. So he wants a new shot at this connection. He's realized that, yeah, he probably had something to do with this. She probably had something to do with this, but he's ready to end the painful cycle, okay? He's had thoughts of the past. He's observed the connection, and through the Tower and through the Hanged Man's energy and through judgment and evaluation, he's in a very strong position. Bottoms of his deck are Judgment, Hanged Man, and Star. The universe has guided him. He's got three major arcanas as the bottom of his deck. It's big. It's big. He's ready to complete a cycle. He's observed himself. He's observed the connection. He's realized he wants a new beginning. He's been nostalgic about this ending. He's been thinking about the past. He knows he wants reunion, and he wants to take a leap of faith towards a new beginning in the 3D. That's why he keeps coming out as the King of Wands. I'll tell you, he's been in his feelings, right? He was coming out as the King of Cups for a little bit, and now he's ready to take action towards his queen. Where is our divine feminine in her overall energy? Where is she? Okay, so where is she in her overall energy? First card, Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card where you're waiting for your ships to come in, okay? So she's a powerful manifester, and so she's waiting for her ships to come in. So if you look, she's looking at the ocean, and this ship is arriving. So I said, okay, what's arriving? What's arriving in her overall energy? What is it that she thinks is coming towards her? And two cards came out, and that was the King of Swords and the Sun. And this is a dupe to a special section that I did for you guys today around actions that either one will take towards each other. So here she's like, I know, things are illuminated that he's coming back. I mean, okay, I mean, that's pretty confident of her, right? But I just feel like, okay, that's interesting. So she's like, I'm looking at the horizon. I'm a powerful manifester. And she's like, there's going to be success. He's going to be the King of Swords. She has a lot of belief, a lot of faith in her masculine. So I think that's great. I think that's great. That's a high vibrational feminine. So she knows he's changed. Okay, she knows he's changed. She knows he's the King of Swords. Or will come forward as one, because that is what has been illuminated to her, and that's what she knows, is that they will be successful in, and that he has morphed into this King of Swords energy, okay, into someone more honorable and honest and has good character, who has integrity. So she's waiting for this and not passively, because remember, she's in the Eight of Pentacles and she's the Queen of Wands. So it's not like she's sitting there like, oh, I'm going to sit in a waiting room. No, this is not the journey. That's not this feminine. This feminine doesn't sit around and wait. This feminine has awakened. She is the light. And now she's in that devil's energy of, you know what? Like, I balanced out my 5D self with my 3D self. I'm going to work on my mission. I'm going to work on my money. I'm going to work on my career. So that's what she's doing. So while she's working on herself, on her career, she knows her masculine is coming. Three of Wands, okay? So after this Three of Wands energy, we have the Hermit. So she knows she's alone, right? She's alone. She's still on this journey, okay? As the Empress, who's in her power through this separation, Five of Pentacles. So through this separation, she's alone, but she's still being enlightened, and she's still on the journey, okay? But she's focusing on the 3D, right? The devil's energy, on the material things. And I know it's material because it's Seven of Pentacles that we got as a clarifier, which is that she's investing in herself. She sees the value in herself, and she's focusing on her 3D, right? Remember, the bottom of her deck for overall energy has to do with the Eight of Pentacles. Hard work, material world, self-mastery in the 3D. So while she's waiting for her masculine to go through this change as the King of Swords, because she knows that he will be successful, she's still on this journey, on this spiritual journey, but she's the Empress. She's the divine feminine. So while she's in this spiritual journey, she's already achieved her enlightenment, and she continues to grow in that. That's why she still stays in the Hermit's energy through the separation. And so following this Hermit's journey, balanced out by the devil's energy, right, is that she's focusing on her money. She's focusing on her money. She's, investing in herself because the moon, we have the sun and the moon, because she knows they're going through a cycle. The moon is really about cycles. The moon is about dreams and illusions, operating in the dark. And so because remember, the sun is here, what she's waiting for, but right now she's operating in the dark, right? And she's operating off of blind faith that her masculine is going to be this successful King of Swords, because she wants union. Two of Cups matches his energy in his heart space. So the overall, by the way, the sun and the moon, the sun is the masculine, red fire energy. The sun is the divine masculine. The moon is the divine feminine. The moon goes through cycles, just like the feminine goes through, menstruation and those cycles. So just like with the moon's energy, it's about a cycle. And so right now they are completing a cycle. So she's waiting for the success of the masculine to come in successful as the King of Swords. She's still on her Hermit's journey through the separation, and she stands in her power as the divine feminine, but she's working in the material world today, investing in herself and having blind faith while she's in that moon's energy of right now, everything is not quite uncovered yet around our union, and I want union. Two of Cups, okay? So now where is he in his headspace when he thinks about his divine feminine? So when the masculine is thinking about his feminine and observing her and this connection and wanting to get back together and wanting this new beginning in the 3D, remember he's in the Hanged Man's energy for head, heart, and what he wants in the 3D. First card out for him in the headspace, 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. He's like, oh man, this is over. Remember, 10 of Swords is the clarifier to the 6 of Cups. He's like, I don't know if there's a chance for a reunion, but I want the new beginning. So the 10 of Swords is very much the energy of this is over in the headspace. This was painful, and it's over. And so what is this 10 of Swords about? 10 of Wands. This is a big burden to him that it may be over because he wants to make an offer. Granted, it's the Page of Cups. This is the inspiration for an offer, but he's coming forward as a king. Trust me, okay? So he's got this burden, 10 of Wands energy, that this is over, okay? Because he's burdened by it being over because he wants to offer her love and a new beginning in the 3D. So in his headspace, he's gone within into his intuition. And I said, what is he doing within the High Priestess energy? He's trying to get out of this confusion, or get out of this chaos, get out of this procrastination to be the King of Wands, okay? The King of Wands is a match to the Queen of Wands here in her space. So he wants to take action towards reunion, 6 of Cups. And I said, what is the 6 of Cups about? King of Wands. So he's ready. He's ready for reunion. Now, what is going on with our divine feminine in her headspace? In her headspace, we have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a breakthrough. Ace of Swords is about clarity. Ace of Swords is about the truth. And so in her headspace, she's got clarity. And I said, okay, well, give me a clarifier. What's the clarity? Queen of Wands, right? Yes, she's independent. And remember, it's a match the King of Wands here in his space. He's saying he's the King of Wands. She's saying she's the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands has her truth. The truth about what? That she wants to get into a better time with her king, okay? She's got conflict, 5 of Wands. She has conflict, inner and outer conflict right now. Like, how is that going to happen? She's getting in her head. And I said, what's the 5 of Wands about? About how we're going to move forward. It feels really slow. How are we going to move forward? She wants communication, Page of Wands, like real communication. So she wants news. She wants movement towards communication. And I said, what's this communication about? And we got 7 of Swords. This is about strategy, right? This is about, even sabotage. And I said, all right, 7 of Swords. What's the 7 of Swords about? 3 of Cups. So this communication is really about third party, okay? Not that there is one. It's about this past behavior around third party. The other message that I got was maybe the communication is sabotaged. Reunion is sabotaged because of the past. So there is no third party, people, because all the queens match the kings. And it's only the Empress and the Queen of Wands. We don't have any other information here on any of it. There's all matches here. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Empress, Emperor. So they're all matches. They are each other's partner, and we are past the third party situations. But this 8 of Wands, she wants a message, but she feels like any communication may have been maybe sabotaged over reunion at this time because of their conflict, of their fight that they had, okay? Over maybe third party or over inappropriate behavior. I don't know. But there is this clarity that she has as the Queen of Wands, that she wants to get into a better cycle. She's got some conflict about how things are going to move forward. She wants communication and a message, but this communication she feels has been sabotaged, and any reunion has been sabotaged. So I just feel like that's what her stress is right now, is that I don't know if he's going to come forward. Like, does he have the strength to address things? So now, in the heart space of our masculine, when he thinks about his feminine, what's he feeling? When he's feeling in his heart space, where is his divine feminine in his heart? 8 of Wands, he wants to communicate. Matches her 8 of Wands. But what does he want to communicate, I asked? He wants to balance things out, okay? He wants to heal her, heal him, heal the connection, and speak his truth because he has clarity now. Ace of Swords. He wants to fix this issue around the Seven of Swords, Three of Cups. He wants to heal her. He wants to heal himself. He wants to heal the connection. This is how ascended and enlightened our masculine is now. He's such a higher vibrational masculine. I'm just like, wow, I love this dude. Like, that's great. I love this masculine collective now. He wants to communicate. He wants to heal. He wants to speak his truth and provide clarity over this Seven of Swords. He wants her in his heart space for the long-term Ten of Pentacles, right? He wants a new beginning. He wants to make the offer. He's upset. He wants to take action. He wants reunion. He wants to talk to her about healing this connection and speaking his truth, because she is his long-term partner. But he's feeling defeated that he's lost her as well, right? Ten of Swords 2 times for him. He's feeling a little defeated. And I said, all right, what's this Five of Swords about? The World card. We got the World card as the bottom of the deck for their actions. We got the World card for their future energies. And here we have the World card on this Five of Swords. We are ready to complete the cycle of this loss, okay? Because there's been a breakthrough. What is the breakthrough in his heart space? Queen of Wands. I said, oh, okay, great. That's the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, great. What is his breakthrough? About his feminine. And we got these 2 cards that flew out together. The Sun and the Two of Cups. Remember, the Sun and the Two of Cups is in her overall energy. Remember, the Sun in her overall energy is that she knows her masculine is going to be successful in coming forward as the King of Swords. King of Wands is going to come forward, okay? She knows that. She knows that. And she wants the Two of Cups. He's had the breakthrough that he wants his Queen of Wands, the Divine Feminine, and the same illumination has happened. That's this illumination that makes him come forward, is that he wants union with his feminine Two of Cups. He wants union with his feminine, the Queen of Wands. So now where is she in her heart space? In her heart space, I didn't have any clarifiers. She's observing Page of Swords. In her heart, she's observed him, herself, and the connection. Okay, she's observed and she's guarded still in her heart space, because there's no communication at this time, because, they're still in separation, even though she has this blind faith, even though she knows they're going to move forward. She's very much still working on herself and in the 3D. So until he comes forward, she's observing him, but she's guarded. Four of Pentacles, she's guarded, because there isn't any action. This action, Knight of Wands, is stuck at this time. There's no action. In the heart space, she's like, he's not taking any action towards me at this time. Okay, so in her heart, she's like, all right, I'm guarded. I'm just going to focus on myself, on my material well-being, on my mission, on my work. That's what she's going to do. Because yes, I have blind faith. Yes, I have faith in my masculine, but he's not coming forward to me. Right? Yes, I want to get into a better time, but he's not messaging me. He's not communicating with me. This communication may have been sabotaged around any talk of reunion. So you know what? I'm just going to continue to focus on myself, be on my journey, work on myself, work on my career, and we'll just see what happens, right? She's like, any action and movement towards me is stuck right now. So what is the masculine wanting? I changed this last row too. What does our masculine want in the 3D? In the 3D, in this world. This is a 3D reading, but I said now, this is about what he's thinking in the 3D. This is what he's feeling in the 3D. This is what's happening in the 3D. Now I said, what does this guy want in the 3D? The World card again. So we have it here as a clarifier to end the fight, end the defeat. It is the bottom of the deck towards actions. It is the bottom of the deck for the future energy, and here it is in his 3D. He wants to complete the cycle. I said, what happens after this completion? 6 of Cups. Again, he has this 3 times. Overall energy, headspace, and now in what he wants in the 3D. He wants to complete the cycle and he wants union, but he's burdened. He's burdened 10 of Wands. Remember, the 10 of Wands came up as a clarifier to the 10 of Swords. And it was about, this is over. It's a burden. How am I going to make this offer? And so he wants this union. He wants to end this bad cycle that they're in. Okay, this cycle of separation. But he's burdened. What is he burdened about? That she may not want me. She may not want me. What if her heart is closed to me? What if she doesn't take my offer? And I say that because remember, the 10 of Wands with the Page of Cups, he wants to make the offer. So he's kind of burdened. Is she going to accept my offer? Is she going to accept it? Remember, 4 of Pentacles in her heart space, she's guarded. So in the 3D, what does he want? He wants to end the cycle and have reunion. But in the 3D, he's burdened about whether or not she will take his offer. For a new beginning, the Fool card again. The Fool card is here as a clarifier, and now it is what he wants. The Fool. He wants to take a leap of faith. He wants to take a leap of faith. He wants to take the risk. He wants to walk towards her, okay, and start this journey over. We have the World card, and then we have the Fool. And so now it's like, I want to complete the cycle, and I want to start over into a new, improved, passionate, new beginning with you, Divine Feminine. I mean, come on. That's how they flew out. So now for her, what is happening in her 3D? Like, what is she wanting from her masculine? 6 of Pentacles. Come to me as an equal, please. Come to me as an equal. Be open to giving to me and be open to receiving from me. Right? That's what she wants. And let me tell you, Feminine, if you're resonating with all of this, he is your equal. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay? We have the King of Swords coming up with the Queen of Swords. And then we have the Emperor and the Empress. He is her match. All right? So what does she want? An equal partner who's going to be open to giving and receiving love. And so right now she's deciding what road to take. In the 3D, she's not sure, right? She's like, I'm working on myself. I'm working in the material world. I need to make a decision. What is the decision that she's making right now? 8 of Pentacles. She's making the decision very consistently. She's just going to work hard in the material world at this time. Until we have this rebirth, judgment, match to his overall energy. Until we can call this to life. Until things can be reborn, I'm going to work on myself. That's the road I'm going to take. And the final card is 3 of Wands again, match to the first card that was out for her. Now, look at how many ships are coming in. And I said, whoa, what is that about? So what's coming in? What has she manifested? Her Emperor and healing. Remember, Temperance came out in what he wants to communicate, right? He wants to communicate his truth. And here he stands as the Emperor, her match. Because remember, in her Hermit energy, she's the Empress already. And so now what's coming in for her? The Emperor. Forget the King of Swords. He is coming in at the King of Swords, but he's coming in as the Divine Masculine, right? The Emperor is the Divine Masculine. The Emperor is the King of Swords. The Emperor is the King of Cups. The Emperor is the King of Wands. The Emperor is the King of Pentacles. He's coming in as the Emperor. So she's getting everything she wanted and more. And this balances the connection out. So that's what she wants in the 3D, okay? And with that 3 of Wands energy, that's going to be manifested, because I'm going to tell you, when we get into the current connective energy, that's what's manifesting at this time. At this time, that is what is manifesting. So let us go to actions the masculine is going to take towards the feminine. Bottom of the deck is the World. Cycle needs to complete. Cycle will complete. So I said, what actions will our divine masculine take towards his divine feminine? First card, Chariot. All right, that's an action card. Chariot is a match to her clarifier. She's like, we got to balance stuff out so we can have this final manifestation, right? So the World card, we're going to complete this cycle. Remember, it all came up in his side. The World all came up on his side. So the World is here in his 3D space. The World is in his heart space. And then, where else did we get the World, guys? Oh, it was in the future. But anyway, it's here in his heart and in his 3D space. So fine. He wants to complete the cycle. So what does he do? He takes action. See, in this card, in the Chariots card, both of the these horse-looking things, I don't know what they're called, but anyway, both of these are standing now. In the traditional tarot, these two things, the light and the dark, are sitting. We're not moving. So now we are moving towards, what's he moving towards? The end of separation. 5 of Pentacles. Because remember, 5 of Pentacles is here in the Hermit's energy. She's like, I'm going to work on myself while we're in separation. So there. So here, he's moving towards ending separation. He's no longer wanting to be out in the cold, because 10 of Pentacles. He wants her for the long term. 10 of Pentacles is in his heart space, right? So now actions he's going to take is that he's actually going to get on that chariot and move towards her. He's going to end this separation and have her for the long term. Remember, he wants to communicate this truth for healing so he can have this 10 of Pentacles with his divine feminine, the Queen of Wands, because that is his truth. That is his truth. That is his clarity. And he knows that he wants her. Actions that the feminine is going to take towards the masculine. I love this. I love this. So we've got the 2 of Wands. Remember, the 2 of Wands is like, yeah, I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to work on myself. So as she's working on herself, guess what happens? He shows up and gives her the world. Remember, the world comes up 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We complete a cycle, but she's passive. 2 of Wands. Do you see? He is handing her the globe. He's handing her the world. The world. He's handing her the world. She's not doing anything. She's receiving it as the feminine. When the feminine gets to this point, she's not chasing. She's working on herself, right? Because remember, in the 3D, what she wants, she's just like, you know what? I'm just going to continue to work on myself. Self-mastery, work on my career. So what happens? What actions does she take in the 3D? Nothing. She receives from him. And that's what the masculine is supposed to do, because he's the one who's taking action as the emperor. So we have, she receives the world as the Queen of Wands from the King of Swords, which is what we have here in that 3 of Wands energy. Remember, the 3 of Wands is, hey, I want him to be the emperor and I want things to heal. Well, things here in the 2 of Wands, what's she going to do? Nothing. Her King of Swords is coming for her. Queen of Wands. The King of Swords is coming for the Queen of Wands. 3 of Wands is about coming in. Well, he's coming in to give her the world. This is about partnership and success. All right, that's just crazy, guys. So now let us go to current connective energies, and then we're going to go to messages. All right. What's happening in the connection right now? Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. Match of the King of Wands. Queen of Wands is here. Queen of Wands is here. Queen of Wands is everywhere. She's the Queen of Wands today. She is the Queen of Wands. Okay? Fire energy. And so that's the bottom of the deck. The clarifiers is the 8 of Pentacles. Because remember, the Queen of Wands has just decided, I'm going to work on myself at this time while things manifest. Okay? While things manifest, I'm going to work on myself. I have done the best that I can at this time. The bottom of the deck for one clarifier for their current connection is the 7 of Pentacles in the vice versa tarot, which is looking at loss, looking at the crop that didn't spring up. And I will tell you how that all works out. First card out, what is happening in their connection today? Hanging Man. Hanging Man, learning lessons. So I said, remember, he's in the Hanged Man's energy, head, heart, and what does he want in the 3D? He is learning, and he has learned. Our masculine has learned. What did he learn? Queen of Swords. Well, he's the wiser because she pulled out her sword, okay? Queen of Swords. And so I said, all right, well, what did he learn? Hierophant, that he wants to take part in this contract. He wants to do right. Remember, in the 8 of Wands, he wants to balance things out, temperance, and speak his truth. He wants to do right. He wants to abide by the rules. He wants something traditional. He wants the 10 of Pentacles. He wants the 2 of Cups. He wants an Ace of Wands. I mean, this guy wants her, right? So he has learned from her Queen of Swords energy, which matches the King of Swords, which she wants him to be, as well as the Emperor, is that he's learned through the Queen of Swords energy that he wants this contract, okay? He's learned both of them now, connective energy. So this is what is being learned, and that's him. They want a new beginning. Ace of Wands, dupe to his 3D space, okay? Ace of Wands. They both want a new beginning. Ace of Cups, they both want a renewed love. Star, the universe is guiding them. There is hope for this in this connection. The star is the bottom of the deck for his clarifiers because he's the one who's being guided now to take action, to speak his truth, to come forward to his queen. So the star is guiding them to manifest the magician. What is being manifested at this time? You're not going to believe it. Here's what's being manifested, guys. King of Cups. He's felt his emotions. So this is, I feel like this is a checkbox. This has been manifested. He's been in his emotions, okay? He's sensitive. He is more caring. He's been more observant and more vigilant. And that's why he's King of Wands today. So here, what's being manifested is he's going to stay in his feelings. What else? King of Pentacles. He is going to set up something stable, solid, a solid foundation for him and her in the 3D because he wants the 10 of Pentacles, all right? And so right now, he's just going through the process. 7 of Wands. He's a little guarded. He's trying to fight his way through this, okay? Because he's going within. High Priestess. High Priestess is a match to the High Priest, okay? So he's learned that he wants this. Now he needs to go within. So, you know, he needs to go within and listen to his intuition. Remember, he got the High Priestess card here in his headspace, and it was clarified by the 7 of Cups. He's trying to get through his confusion, his illusion, his procrastination. So I said, what has he learned in this High Priestess energy? Okay, well, a couple of things. One, 10 of Swords. This is the way it flew out in this connection. He is observing himself. He's observing the death. 10 of Swords. Remember, Page of Swords in his overall energy came out with the Tower and the 10 of Swords around this reunion and around this connection. He's looking at the depth of this connection and he is observing it and he is seeing what has been done. And so when this card comes out in that position, that 10 of Swords is about it's a symbolism, okay? It's a symbolism that speaks of death of the ego, okay? Death of the ego. And so this is about the death of his ego, but not the essence. He's still that king, okay? But his ego is now gone as he observes himself, okay? His pride is gone now that he's observed himself. And he's seeing that something's been killed, okay? But it's not... It's like the what was essential was killed off, okay? And now the sun can rise. And this eclipse here is not the death of the sun. It's just something that's shadowed over it. Remember, he's gotten illumination in the sun's energy that he wants the 2 of Cups with his Queen of Wands. So when he's gone into his intuition, he's seeing what he's done. He's gotten rid of his ego. And then we have the Hermit. And when the Hermit comes out in this energy, right, with the back, what we are learning is, remember, Hermit is a match here to her energy, her overall energy. So now he's completing his final lesson and his final learning to come into union. And this is really about that things were hidden from himself, that he couldn't hide any longer. And so in this High Priestess energy where he's gone within, and it's clarified by these 2 cards, the ego has died, okay? And now the things that he hid from himself, because in this Page of Swords energy, he's observed himself. And now he's seeing that if he doesn't seek deepening experiences, okay, that if he doesn't seek wisdom, right, that those things were not, the things that he was seeking before were of, you know, the 3D, of, you know, temporary fulfillment. It was feeding his ego. And so now we have the death of the ego. And now these secrets and things that he had hidden are coming up to light. And they're being illuminated. And what was illuminated? That he wants union with his Queen of Wands. And this is about him wanting a deeper experience, because the things that used to serve him in the past that fed his ego were temporary and not fulfilling. And that's what he's learning today. That's what he's learning today. That is what's being manifested today. So in the Magician's energy, what is being manifested in the Magician's energy right now in their connection? He's in his feelings. He's stable. and solid. He's being a little guarded. He's still fighting this inner beast within him, but he's going within to get out of confusion, out of chaos, out of procrastination. And what was he doing when he went within? He saw himself for what he was. He did an autopsy of himself for what he was. And he killed off his ego that has kept him in separation from his feminine. And now he is seeking deeper experiences because things have been illuminated to him that he was feeding his ego, he was feeding his pride, and those things no longer serve him. All right, let's go to messages now, and then we'll go to future energies. I'll tell you guys, this is very interesting. Messages. Bottom of the deck for the messages for Blessed Be is a blessing of fire. There is a lot of root chakra, ambition, determination. Now that we know, it's like that when Harry met Sally line at the end, which by the way is my most favorite movie ever. It's like when Billy Crystal finally figures out that he wants Sally, okay? He runs to the New Year's Eve party and he says, you know, about like when you know you want the rest of your life, you want to spend the rest of your life with someone, you want the rest of your life to start now. That's what he's feeling. That's why he's the King of Wands. That's why we have determination for the message. That's why we have a blessing of courage or blessing of fire for the bottom of the deck for Blessed Be, and why we have courage for the bottom of the deck for the Ganesha cards. This masculine wants the rest of his life to start now. That is why we have the World card 2 times in the bottom of the deck for actions and for future, and 2 times for him in his space. He's ready for the rest of his life with his feminine. He's ready to spend the rest of his life with his feminine. So now, in the message from Spirit to our Divine Masculine, a blessing on your sleep. He's not sleeping. He's spending a lot of time observing himself, being in his thoughts, really trying to understand and really get through this and get through this final lesson. And so what the universe is saying is that, yes, through all this wisdom of the owl, right? The owl is wisdom that you have acquired, okay? And now we want to bless you with some sleep. Be in peace. So gain your courage, gain your energy, gain your wisdom, gain your clarity so that you can move forward, okay? His message from Ganesha is around spiritual practice. This is also about you're not sleeping because you're not grounded. You need to meditate. You need to go within. And he's currently in progress working on that with the High Priestess energy to get over this confusion. But the confusion also makes him lose sleep, okay? But what they're saying is while you're losing sleep, you can get sleep if you ground yourself, if you take a walk, connect with nature, do something to ground yourself so that you can sleep and have clarity and have courage and energy to go towards your feminine. The message for the feminine is that you have the blessing of protection. She is protected. Her union is protected. She is protected, okay? This is, if there's any naysayers or jealous people or any negative energy around her, God is saying that she is protected. The message to you is you are protected. Don't worry. No one can hurt you. You are protected and you will be fulfilled. You have embarked on this quest of knowledge, of understanding, like that Hermit's energy. She's like, I am the Empress in the Hermit's energy. She is in the energy. Through the separation, she's become all of the queens. She is the Empress. Remember, the Empress is the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords. She's all the queens as the Empress. On this Hermit's journey, through the separation, she has become the Divine Feminine, the Empress. And so now what they're saying is through your hard work, through your education of this journey, the education of yourself, the self-discovery of yourself, things will be fulfilled. Things will be fulfilled because you have achieved this level of ascension. All right. What is the message to the couple? Oh my God, you're going to trip out. Blessing of air. So in this card, it's like right now things may feel a little stifled. He's not sleeping, right? He's trying to gain his clarity. He's trying to gather his courage. She's just working on herself. It's like come up for air, blessing for air. A blessing for air is all about, you know, kind of around grounding a little bit. This is about, excuse me, that your thoughts and your words be in harmony, okay? Be inspired by trust and your ability to understand deeply within your mind all that is with you and without you. And this is about having a clear and open mind. Both of them have the Ace of Swords. She, as the Queen of Wands, wants to get into a better time with him. Him, as the King of Wands, wants this reunion, and through the Ace of Swords, has clarity that he wants union with his Queen of Wands. So now what their universe is blessing them with air. Okay, this is about free flowing movement of inspiration. It's about memories. It's about clear thoughts, Ace of Swords for both of them. Okay, and this is really about, you know, that the stuff that you're experiencing, the things that you're feeling, these are all trustworthy. Okay, it's all trustworthy. The next message is a blessing for a mother. I'm telling you, this is very interesting to me. 10 of Pentacles, he wants it all with her. House, family, marriage, children. Okay, 6 of Cups, also about kids. Sun's energy sometimes means kids. All right, so this very much union. This is very much about a blessing for a mother. I feel like this is for our feminine. When this, and actually for him too, because they could both be kind of in this nesting period, right? I mean, they want to complete the cycle. They want to come together. They want to co-create. They want a new beginning. So when this comes through, and remember, she's the Empress, he's the Emperor, the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, this fire energy, very passionate energy, ready for creation. So when this card comes up, the blessing is a blessing for a mother so that she knows and deeply understands the sacred and challenging path she walks, appreciates the state and the rights of motherhood evolve just as her child will grow and change into their true own self. To birth the child within, birth the child into the world through the cauldron of the womb, and feed the baby at the breast, and yet need to learn how to let it go. That is a test and quest of motherhood, and you are its initiate. For within motherhood are great paradoxes of contradictions, and to be a mother is to be at once yourself and another. To be a mother is a yearning for the well-being of another, dearest in all world, yet imperfect and growing and wild and unknowable. Here's what I'm getting from this as I just read this, is that they've birthed this connection. To be a mom is to birth something, nurture it, grow it, and let it go, right? And so this is this connection, is that they've come together, they created a beautiful connection, then they had to let it go so that they could grow up. And so now that they've grown up, something has been birthed. And what is that? I feel like this is what brings it home. Determination. Determination. This is root chakra. They're not giving up on each other. They're not giving up. They're not giving up. So I feel like this is, yes, you're going to come back together to co-create, okay, to create something, but you also created this connection. You also created this partnership. You also had to love each other enough to separate, okay, so that you could both grow up. And now that you've grown up, we're not giving up. Determination. What does that card mean? When that card comes up, it says, feel secure in your being. The dynamics of this lifetime can be complicated. There really does not exist in this earthly dimension an environment that is free of trauma, blockages, and lessons. The color red is the color of the first chakra, referred to as the root or the base chakra. Remember, they're King of Wands, Queen of Wands right now. They are ready to create something. They are very passionate about each other. So it says the root chakra is associated with keeping life exciting and sustainable. It is associated with trusting, belonging, and accepting. It's also about when you feel lost or insecure, you lose energy due to the fear these things bring up. So when the root chakra is in balance, you're centered, you're grounded, and you're healthy, and you have unlimited physical energy. This is why he needs to sleep and ground. This is why she is being told she's protected, because she's learned her lessons as she continues on her hermit's journey. And now the messages come up for air, gain clarity, rebirth, judgment card. Remember, rebirth this. Add the passion to this. This is about lifting away the heaviness. This is about creativity, energy, joy coming back into your life. Red symbolizes happiness, and it is said to encourage action, confidence, and provides a sense of protection from fears and anxiety. Remain positive and open to all possibilities. Doing this will strengthen your root chakra and create stability and inner strength. Remember, what's being manifested at this time? He's balancing his emotions, wanting to create something stable. He's gone within, killed the ego, and learned that some things that he wanted before do not serve him, and what he wants now is his feminine. So get some sleep, ground, stay protected, stay educated. Both come up for air, recreate, rebirth this connection, and you will have the energy to come forward in this passionate now new beginning. Oh my God, insane. Okay, bottom of the deck, remember, it was courage and determination for a blessing of fire. They're coming together to create the blessing of fire. I'm going to read this because that's the bottom of the deck. This is all about passion, motivation, new spark of life. Okay, this is all about them coming back together in this new passionate way. So future energies. Bottom of the deck is the World card, completing the cycle. What happens in the future? They complete their cycle. High Priestess. They both went within. What did they both decide or figure out when they went within? Two of Cups. They want union, a renewed love, and movement towards it. Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups. This is what happens in the future. They've gone within. They come forward into union. This is birthed. Empress. Empress energy, which is a match to her. They birthed this blessing of a mother. They birthed this connection in the future. Nine of Wands, because no one gave up. Determination. No one gave up. Justice was served. Things were balanced out in their connection. Okay, and now we have a new beginning. Ace of Pentacles, which is exactly what he's always wanted. That's exactly what he's working towards right now. This Ace of Pentacles, this new beginning. They have the new beginning in the future. The cycle gets completed and union occurs. Union occurs. We are at the end of this, guys. The World card is the end of the journey, the end of the separation, okay? And after the World card, what comes forward is the Fool. And we have the Fool 2 times for him. We have the Fool here in his reunion, and we have the Fool in what he wants in the 3D. He wants her back, Ace of Wands. He wants her back in a new, passionate way. She wants him back too, but she's going to wait for him to come forward to give her the world, because she's the Queen of Wands. She doesn't chase. All right. Oh my goodness. Let me know if this resonated. And if you want to book your own personal reading with me, go to queenoflight1111.com, and I would love to work with you. Have a great weekend, everybody. And I will be back on Monday with a YouTube reading for all of you. Take care. Be safe.